Hey folks, and welcome back to the Ape Escape on the Loose playthrough. Now in the last part we rescued the professor and friends, and now we're gonna go further into Specter's part. But before that, cutscene.
The castle's rising up into the sky!
Yeah, we can all see that, Spike, but there's no more dialogue from this part. It's just showing the freaking castle rising up in the sky. And that's where we're venturing to. We're gonna go inside there, but exactly how we're gonna get inside there, you're gonna see in just a few moments how we're gonna do that. It's like a little teleporter thing that's gonna get us into there. We're going to venture to where that teleporter is down there. Now, I was trying to see if there were any monkeys around this area, but I don't think so. I don't recall. I thought it was, maybe that was in the original version. Maybe they cut some monkeys. I think they cut some monkeys and added some in place. I think they did that. That I was trying to look around and see if there were any monkeys, or like I said before, and I was trying to see if there was, because this area that I slid into, there were platforms, and I was trying to get to those platforms before I fell off. But anyway, yeah, you just jump inside that teleporter like I just did, and you take this little trip over here. This place is kind of future what's the word for it? Futuredelic, I think that's what the word for. I might be saying that totally out of context. But anyway, you come over here, get your Specter coin. You deserve that. Anyway, you're gonna go into this room right here because there was a door and it had a two monkey sign on it. So you have to catch a minimum of two monkeys in order to access that room. So anyway, if you go in this room right here, there's gonna be a monkey and he's going bananas, uh, flipping his switch, literally and figuratively. I'm not saying that word right. But anyway, yeah. So go ahead and if you come over here, there's a little platform here that you can go ahead and jump to your heart's content. Just jump on the platforms. Pretty much what I'm basically saying. Don't try to mess up like I am, because I'm doing a horrible job. But anyway, if you come over here, there's going to be a Specter coin in plain sight, so you'll be able to see that in just a moment here. I'm gonna try to position myself so you can see it. Yeah, there's a Specter coin and a switch. That switch is going to allow you to get into that room where that monkey is like flipping his cage off. He's going nuts. The monkeys are really scared of you, man. I guess because you know you're the threat. You're the threat. They're the pest. You're the spray. So anyway, yeah, go ahead and try not to mess up like that. Get bombarded by those switches. So go ahead. The monkey is going flipping his switch like I stated before, and he's putting up a heck of a fight. So just go ahead and subdue him when if necessary. And there's one out of the two monkeys that's already captured. So anyway, how's you guys' day going? Mine's it's kind of crazy with all the at the time of this recording, all the through E3 hype that's going on right now. Um, I'm recording on a Monday, so they just had the Xbox conference. So um, yeah, they're just going like bananas over the Xbox. Uh, they're showing like the Project Scorpio, I believe. But I really couldn't get into E3 because I was freaking exhausted. I stayed up the previous night watching a stream, and that stream, because of the different time zones of that stream, they were 3 hours behind, and because they stayed on the other side of America, And so they was 3 hours behind. So for somebody watching a stream at like say 12 o'clock, it's 9 o'clock for them. So they're perfectly cool and fine with that. So anyway, you're dealing with these little monkeys here that's shooting out. I really hate the monkeys that get in UFO because it's so hard to hit them with the slingback shooter. It's just really hard to take an aim with them. If you're lucky, you'll have the um the homing missiles, what I call them. Yeah, if you're lucky, you'll have that, and you'll be able to get a definite hit. But if you don't, then you have to spend like so many pellets on the infinite pellets that it'll feel like you're shooting out a machine gun or something. So anyway, this monkey here is putting up a bit of a fight, but he's almost down. He's smoking a little bit, so I'm just staying over here by the little cookie jar, just in case my health gets down, low enough. So I'm just staying there, and he was low enough so that I can actually hit him. So I'm just gonna go ahead and capture him so he's caught, and that room's gonna open up. So let's venture inside that room and see what it has to offer. I bet it's gonna be spectacular. Well, actually, this room is it's kind of futuristic in itself. Actually, no, it's kind of plain looking as you can see. But anyway, if you see that box over there to the left, there's gonna be a monkey in there, but we can't get it without a certain gadget yet. So we're gonna ignore that for now, and my favorite section right here is the RC part. So we're gonna go ahead and get an RC in through here and let it follow this path right here. Yeah, the RC, you already know my complaints about it, so I'm gonna just shut up. But anyway, yeah, you just venture this RC over here, and there's gonna be a switch that the RC can hit, and you already see, and I felt that. But yeah, there's gonna be a switch that you can hit, and it's gonna allow you to go inside this room where a monkey is. So you'll be able to catch a monkey that's in here playing pool. Yeah, pool. I like pool. Yeah, I like the game of pool. It's alright. I kind of suck at it, but if you're out with a bunch of friends, it doesn't matter if you suck or not. As long as you guys are having a good time, that's what counts. So anyway, it looks like he was about to win the game. He had a red ball and yeah. But anyway, captured him and you'll be on your way. Anyway, I don't have really much to say about this place right here because it's kind of dull, as you can see. But it just gives off that futuristic space vibe. And I don't know why, but as soon as I said that, Daft Punk started playing in my head. But anyway, this monkey right here is going bananas, so just go ahead and capture him when ready. I would advise you to get rid of these things. These things are annoying. They're like the remember the knights in the crumbling castle? They're like the upgraded version of those. But anyway, yeah, just go ahead and get those things out the way, and just go ahead and capture this monkey, get him out the way. Well, like I said, you don't have to catch, like I mentioned in the last part, you don't have to capture these monkeys. You only have to catch the mandatory monkeys, the monkeys that require to open doors, and that's pretty much it. So, this futuristic area has a lot of doors that blend in, so you might get lost visually. I'm just being a total idiot because I was thinking that it was because there's a certain monkey that looks like it's impossible to reach, and I was trying to make sure that, because I had forgotten that there was a certain door or switch that allows you to get to it, but I wasn't so sure at the time that I recorded this. So anyway, let me get back to the E3 topic, because this area we're going through is kind of bland. So let me go through the E3 thing. I think Sony's press conference is sometime this week. It may be, Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not really sure when it is, but I know they have a PS4 Slim, like the Xbox One Slim version. Basically, a lot of my friends saying that it was a variation of a giant lunchbox. Which I can see where they're coming from, but you know, I'm not really an Xbox One guy. I'm not an Xbox person in general. It's funny I say that because I have the original Xbox One, and I only bought the original Xbox One because they had a certain game on there that I wanted to play, and it wasn't available anywhere else. What is that game? That mysterious game that I'm talking about? Many of you may know, but the game is Jet Set Radio Future. I love that game, and that is the only reason that I purchased the original Xbox is because of Jet Set Radio Future. That game is just awesome. The music is fantastic. I might do a playthrough of that. I haven't played that game in so long though, so I don't know where everything is, so I might just have to practice up on that. Uh, Trust me, you guys would enjoy that. I might do that. I have to see. But anyway, if you venture along this path right here, you have to hit a switch to make a monkey's mechanical monkey's eyeball pop out to make a platform. That's kind of gruesome if you think about it in a certain spec. But anyway, if you go venture along this path and don't mess up, you'll be able to capture a couple of monkeys here. I believe there's 3 monkeys in this area, so you'll be able to capture them. You know, if you're capturing all the monkeys like I am, that's gonna make the trip a whole of a heck lot easier for you. Like I stated so many times before, I probably sound like a broken record, but you know, I'm gonna say it over and over just to get the concept through. You know, you don't have to follow the example that I'm doing. You can just go through the areas that you need to, but you do need to come here because you need to hit the switch to make that force field go away. If you don't hit the switch to make the force field, you're not going any further than, you know, here. So anyway, back to E3. I know I'm just that it so many people is not excited for E3, and I'm one of them. I'm just interested in what they have to offer as far as games, you know, because I saw a couple of Xbox One games that were kind of interesting, but I was like, I'm not really gonna buy the console anytime soon anyway. So I'm just interested in what Sony has to offer because I've always been a Sony slash Nintendo guy. So I've always interested in what they have to offer. My PS3 collection is pretty big. I mean, it is huge. So, and my PlayStation 2 collection is pretty big too. I have games scattered all over my desk that I probably need to clean up. But anyway, back to the video that is at hand. This monkey was giving me so much crap. Why couldn't I capture him right there? He was at a point of very good vantage point where I can capture him, but I don't know. It was like I guess his frames when he's crawling through there is invisible, so you really can't hit him through there. It's kind of irritating to have to, you know, maneuver the monkey to get the crawl out of the hole, and he's just I don't know, he's being a jerk. Let's put it that way. He's being a really big jerk. But anyway, yeah, he's kind of I'm kind of messing up all over the place. I'm driving the RC right into the hole, and you just, like I said, this part is kind of frustrating, but once you know, get him out and capture him, it's an amazing feeling if you don't put up that much of a fight. But I'll be glad when I get that one certain gadget that's gonna pretty much eliminate that problem. So anyway, monkey captured, and we're gonna go ahead and go into that room where that force field, where it was blocked by a force field, excuse me. So yeah, we're gonna go into there. So what has this room with this force field have to offer? We're about to see that in just a few minutes here. It's gonna be kind of hectic. So we're inside that room now. You can go ahead and get this free t-shirt. It's unlimited, really, because if you die, you can just, it respawns. But anyway, we have these enemies right here, and they are annoying. They won't go away until you shoot them down. And believe me, you want to do that as soon as possible, because these things are, like I said, they're annoying. They'll keep pursuing you until you hit them down. And make sure you have plenty of explosive pellets and homing missile pellets, because you want to have one of those, because regular pellets would just bounce off of it. So you want to make sure you have plenty of those two items, and if you do, you're good. I think these enemies take a total of 5 hits to get rid of them. But like I said before, make sure you have plenty of those explosive pellets and homing missiles available, because there's more than one of these things lurking around here. I think there are a total of 3 of these annoying pests around in this area, but it's the long stretch before we get to the home stretch. So anyway, you got these things, they're plenty around here too, plenty of these things around here too, so make sure your guard is up. This area is like the big dungeon before the boss, so you want to make sure you're fully prepared before coming into this section of Specter's Land. This is Specter's Castle 2.0, so you want to make sure you're ready, because if you're not prepared, then there's nothing but failure coming up ahead. So like I said before, they have this well, I didn't say this before, but they have this skinny little ledge here, and me in skinny gaps, as I stated several parts back, me and skinny gaps do not get along, because I'm destined to just fall off if I normally walk. So I'm just crawling like a baby to my destination, and when I get there, the journey continues. But yeah, like, me and narrow parts in video games always didn't go hand in hand. And number one is because my patience is not good. I need to work on that, especially when it comes to video games. If you don't have patience in video games, man, it's just because there's so many stealth games out there, and like I'm just telling one of my experience with GTA 5. There was this mission, the stealth missions pretty much, where you have to sneak around and do this and that. Oh man, my patience were tested in that game. But I wanted to beat the game just to see how the game turns out. But anyway, yeah, like I stated before, there's plenty of these jerks around here, so you want to make sure you have enough items to deal with them. You can get up close to them and hit you with the stunt club, but I really wouldn't recommend it. I'd rather, you handle them from a distance. But anyway, even if you hit them with the stunt club, you're still getting in at the same amount of hits that it would normally take to take these enemies down, so it really doesn't make a difference. So like I said before, if you're out of the pellets, it's perfectly fine to use the stunt club. But anyway, yeah, like I said, this place right here, this little dungeon right here is massive. Just make sure you're prepared, that's all. I know I sound like a broken record, but just make sure you're fully prepared. But anyway, this place is pretty much gonna cover the rest of the part, because like I said before, it's kind of big, and Specter Land in whole is the biggest, pretty much the biggest level in the game. I was trying to see if I could take a shortcut by, jumping up here and kind of edging through the gate, but I guess the game said no. So you see that little monkey over there just cruising by himself, minding his own business. Let's end that. But anyway, he just stands still and he's ready for the capture. All of the monkeys in this area are wearing like spacesuits, which is understandable. Where is our spacesuit? Why this kid don't have a spacesuit? I know it's probably hard for this kid to breathe. I know he's probably having trouble breathing because we are way up there. But anyway, like I stated before, those enemies are everywhere, so just make sure you're prepared. I know I sound like a broken record, but anyway, so just to go off another brief tangent, how are you guys' day? I know I've asked that before, but I know I'm doing okay. Just waiting on some more E3 stuff. I think it's probably over for today. Who knows? But anyway, just make sure that, man, that robot's back. This is like the third one. But anyway, yeah, make sure you have, like I said before, I can't stress this enough, make sure you have plenty of those pellets. But anyway, this area right here, you can really pretty much just die a lot. If you haven't seen any deaths, I edited them out. I'm getting tongue twisted. I edit it out so you know the playthrough won't take forever, because this part unedited was about 40 minutes of just me messing up. The power of editing, folks. The power of editing. But anyway, yeah, this guy, I don't know, man. If a machine like that really exists, yeah, just don't put it in my hands. Or better yet, don't put it in my friends' hands, because they're bigger jerks than me, and they would probably cause some mass chaos. Just saying. Yeah, my friends aren't all that bad. They are jerks though, but they're not that bad. Anyway, yeah, this monkey here caused me a little trouble because you had this jerk in the middle of the way messing me up, and I was more concerned about taking that jerk out than catching the monkey at the moment, because I know if I go after the monkey, he's going to interfere sooner or later, and I just didn't want that happening. So, if you come across this situation, just take this jerk out first, or whatever works for you, you know. But I'm just gonna do that just to make it simpler on myself. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and capture him. I know he's running around like crazy, putting up a bit of a fight too. So let's see, and he's captured. So anyway, we're coming along at the end of this path here. We only got a few more steps. I might as well say a few more steps to go until we reach the outer limits of the whole castle area. It's gonna be the whole castle area is gonna be a bit of a blast. So on the next part, we're gonna explore more of the outer space. And until that part, as I always say, have a fantastic day and take care.